Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really fascinating approach to language learning. We'll be pulling some incredible practical lessons from a Speak Up Sessions English lesson, and we're tackling a fear that pretty much everyone faces at some point: speaking out loud. We're going to look at exactly how you can go from having a completely blank mind to having smooth, natural, fluent conversations. So, here is our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the speaking freeze, then we'll look at natural everyday conversations, jump into some real life scenarios, break down some essential vocabulary, and finally wrap things up with 5 actionable tips for fluency. Let's get right into it. Section 1: The Speaking Freeze, Overcoming Blank Minds. So, let me ask you this. Does your mind just go completely blank when someone asks you a super simple question in English? You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You can read perfectly well, you can understand almost everything you hear in a movie or a podcast, but the absolute second it's your turn to speak, total panic. You freeze. The words just literally vanish from your brain, and you're left standing there saying nothing. Honestly, it's so frustrating because you know all that vocabulary is locked away somewhere in your head, but you just can't seem to access it when it counts. Well, the biggest takeaway here is this: your English is not stuck. You aren't broken, and you absolutely haven't hit a wall. According to the lesson we're exploring today, your brain simply just needs more out loud practice. We spend so much time on passive learning, right? We listen to native speakers, we read the textbooks, we ace the grammar quizzes. But we totally forget that speaking is a physical and mental habit. You actually have to use the words out loud to build those neural pathways in your brain. Moving from passive reading to active speaking is literally the master key to fluency. All right, moving on to Section 2, Everyday Conversations, Speak Naturally. Take a look at how simple this shift is. A classic, straight out of the textbook response is, I am good. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that grammatically, but compare it to, I'm doing well, how's your day going? Adding that really simple follow-up question changes everything. It turns a closed statement into an open, friendly invitation for the other person to actually keep talking. It just instantly makes the whole conversation feel much more natural and warm. Here's another really great comparison for you. Instead of saying the grammatically flawed, I wake up early today and I eat breakfast, it's so much better to say, I had bread and eggs for breakfast. In spoken English, native speakers almost always say I had breakfast instead of I ate breakfast. I know it's a tiny tweak, but swapping in I had makes you sound instantly more natural. Or imagine you're catching up with a friend. You could just say, I have been busy, but let's be honest, that sounds a little blunt and it kind of stops the conversation dead in its tracks. Instead, try saying, I've been really busy lately. I've been studying a lot. Just dropping the word lately into the sentence and sharing one specific little detail makes the chat so much more engaging. Okay, Section 3, Real Life Scenarios. Practice daily situations. Think of this as your ultimate survival cheat sheet for daily life. And honestly, I highly encourage you to repeat these out loud right now, wherever you are. If you're ordering at a restaurant, you don't need some huge complex sentence. Just say, table for one, please. Or, I'd like some water, please. What if the waiter is rushing you? A super simple, polite, can I have a little more time, works perfectly every time. Or when someone asks you that classic networking question, what do you do? Try saying, I'm a student and I'm learning English. And hey, if you're shopping at a store, simply ask, where is the fitting room? These phrases are polite, they're compact, and they just work. Here is a phenomenal tip from the source material that you really need to remember. Adding a short opinion or a feeling to your answer is what creates a real natural conversation. So if someone asks about your weekend, saying I watched movies is just giving them a basic fact. But if you add, it was a relaxing weekend, you elevate that basic fact into a true connection. You're actually letting the other person in on how you experience your time. Which leads us perfectly into Section 4, Essential Vocabulary, Expressing Feelings. Let's start with a really positive one. Excited, feeling very happy and looking forward to something. In the lesson, a student named Fizu uses this brilliantly. He says, I'm excited to learn English every day. It's just such a powerful, positive word to show your enthusiasm and eagerness to learn. Next up is nervous, feeling worried or scared about something. I really love this example. I feel nervous when I speak English, but I'm getting more confident. It is absolutely crucial to normalize this. Feeling nervous around native speakers is completely 100% normal. Admitting it and actually leaning into it by adding, but I'm getting more confident, helps you take control of that fear. And finally, confused, not understanding something. Check out this example. I'm a little confused. Can you explain it again? This is brilliant because it gives you a polite, practical escape hatch. You don't have to just nod and pretend you understand a super fast sentence or a weird grammar rule. Using this phrase buys you time and it shows the other person that you're actively trying to learn. All right, let's bring it home with Section 5, Tips for Fluency. Improve faster. These 5 steps right here are absolute gold. Step 1, speak English out loud every single day, even to yourself. Seriously, you can literally just narrate your chores. Say, I am making coffee, or I am washing the dishes. I know it sounds a little silly, but it exercises those speaking muscles. Step 2, don't be afraid of mistakes. Step 3, listen to native speakers. Watch movies, play podcasts in the background, just absorb that natural rhythm. Step 4, repeat everything out loud. And step 5, be patient with yourself. Language learning is a marathon, guys. It's not a sprint. Now, I want to pause and focus heavily on step 4 for just a second. Repetition trains your brain and your mouth to speak automatically without thinking. The whole listen and repeat method, it's not just busy work that teachers give you. It is a biological secret. By physically forming the words over and over with your own mouth, you build muscle memory. And that muscle memory is exactly what allows you to bypass that blank mind freeze we talked about at the very beginning of this explainer. And I really want to leave you with this incredible realization from the lesson. Mistakes are your teachers. What matters is communication. Honestly, this is a total mic drop moment. Native speakers make grammar errors all the time when they talk fast or get distracted. If people understand you, you are doing it right. Connection always beats perfection. So I'm going to leave you with one final provocative question. What will you speak out loud today? Don't just watch this explainer and then click on to the next thing. I'm urging you, step away from the screen right now. Take one of the phrases we just covered and literally say it out loud in your room. Or go test it out in the real world. The power to speak fluently is already inside you. You just have to give it a voice. Thank you so much for joining me to break this all down today, and I'll catch you on the next one.